Okay, we are live, it says. Hello, hello, everybody. We're just going to hit go live on our Instagrams in 1 second. Okay.
And it's not turning blue for me.
Just give it 1 second and it should. There.
There it did.
Okay, hello, everybody. So I am Haley and this is Chris. So we work, can you do something? What's up?
I can't, it's not going live for me.
Did your little things not turn blue?
Nope.
It says on my end, it says you are live.
Well, then let's just go with it. I'm coming back.
All right. Hello, everybody. So,
hello.
I am Haley, and this is Chris. She's one of my business partners here on our team. And we just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit. So it's also going live on her page. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction of myself. I'm Haley. I've been a nurse for 9 years, and I started high ticket sales back in April. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. So Chris, give us a little intro of who you are.
Well, I'm Chris, and I am a flight attendant, and by trade. I started 7 years ago, like my last hurrah kind of thing. After I got laid off from my main job, I decided to go do something that I really wanted to do, but I was raising kids, so I became a flight attendant. And I've been in the business for, it was either June or July that I came in.
Okay.
So been here for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And so how did you get introduced to high ticket sales?
Well, Riley, she's our mentor, and she, her and I went to flight attendant training school together.
Okay.
And so we were a small little group, so we always have followed each other and stuff. And I was following Riley, and it was like all of a sudden she was talking more about a business she had started. And I'm going, okay, well, wait a minute. What did she start? And so I watched her for a little while, and I was like, okay, I got to message her. I got to message her and see what's going on. And so her and I had a conversation. I looked at the masterclass. Her and I had a conversation, and I signed up like 2 days later. So I didn't really hesitate. I mean, I should have signed up the same day I knew I was going to do it, but I wanted to kind of just figure out how I was going to do the investment. And so then, yeah.
Okay. And then, so just out of curiosity, because we do talk about money and investments here a lot. So what route did you go as far as the investment? Did you do a credit card? Did you do personal loan? Did you do savings? Like, how did you come into the business?
It's really kind of funny, Haley, how things work out is because I got like the day that I did the master class, or the day that I talked to Riley, I got in the mail from my bank to open up a credit card was 0% financing for a year.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like, this is really weird that would come in the mail the day I was trying to decide how I was going to do it.
I freaking love how the universe works, how it just like drops things in your lap like that.
And it was like, this is meant to be. Like, this is meant to be. So I did not hesitate at all when I seen how I could leave money to my children, because that was something that's something that's very important to me, because I was a single mom of 4. And I had sole responsibility for those kids, and I never want my kids to struggle like I did. Ever. So yeah, that's what really perked me.
Oh my gosh. Well, since you brought that up, yeah, that is something that is really amazing and different about our business than others, is that once we get to a certain like level in our business, our money is willable and deedable to our children. Like, tell me where else that can happen.
Yes.
Like, it's literally so amazing. And I think that like that is something that perks a lot of people. Is like, wait,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah.
it's not just like gonna be stuck in the bank and then have to pay taxes on it and then have to do all of that rigmarole just for them to get it. Like, no, it's willable and deedable to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was something that my dad was a visionary.
Mm-hmm.
And, back in the days, like he started farming when he was an 8th grader.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, his parents both passed away. And so he lived with his brother, and his brother got him into farming. And so my dad was always like a visionary that he never ever did stocks and bonds and anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
but he always invested back into land because he always said to me, it was so crazy. So he always said that invest in something that you're going to get your money back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so my dad always invested in land. And so when it came time for dad to retire, he rented out his land and he lived off of that for 25 years because every year he was getting
X amount of money.
he was getting rent. And so he lived off that land that he invested in. That just resonated with me when I was going to start investing in this. It's like, oh my God, it's exactly what dad told me to do in a different way.
Yeah.
Definitely a different way. But what's so crazy about it, and I hear I'm doing all the talking, but what's so crazy about it is, so we have husband and wife sometimes that don't agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened years ago when my dad and mom, we lived well. We lived off the farm. We lived off our land. We raised what we ate. We had a garden, everything. We traded eggs for milk from farmers, like pretty much lived off the land. And my dad was a very good farmer. And this farmer wanted my dad to buy this land. And it was by Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And my mom was, we're living well. No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to invest anymore. And my dad's going, but, and they didn't do it. And now what's on that is a hospital and lots of businesses. And every time we would drive by, my dad would say, if I only would have invested. And I think of this as the husband and wife, the husband saying no, or the wife saying no. And someday they're going to be watching you or me or Riley opening up those checks, and they're going to go, if I only would have invested. I know how much further I would have been ahead. It's not like they can't do it now, but they would have been so much farther ahead.
I know. And so like, this is something that happens honestly on a weekly basis, right? Like a woman reaches out to us. They're like, I am so tired of doing what I'm doing. This is a real call that I had. She's pregnant. She has like a 2-year-old. She was working as an LPN. Okay. Working as an LPN, not making great money. Okay. She actually made more money bartending. So she quit her nursing job and she was bartending, doing bar close hours. And she was bringing home so much money a month bartending. Okay. Like $7,000 a month bartending. Okay. But she was pregnant, working bar close hours, away from her daughter, not there for bedtime, like just ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah.
And so she saw my business partner posting online, right? Doing all this stuff, reached out, like she watched the masterclass. She was in on that call that we did with her. She was in. She asked great questions. She asked business related questions. She asked questions that were really showing that she was thinking about this business long-term.
Yeah.
And she pulled out a personal loan on that call. She was so excited, right? The next morning, she messaged and said, hey, my husband doesn't think that I'm going to make my money back. And then she just completely ghosted after that. Didn't open another message from me, nothing, just gone, right? Are you kidding me? Like, she is the breadwinner in that relationship, right? So she brings home $7,000. He brings home $2,800 in a month.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me? your pregnant wife, the mother of your first and going soon to be your second child, is a breadwinner of your family, working her ASS off. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then he has the audacity to tell her that, and she just goes with it. Like, are you kidding me? You
Yeah.
know? And I just feel for her, because I can't imagine being in a relationship where somebody is so, I don't want to use the word controlling, but kind of. You know what I mean? Like, you should be
Yeah.
able to have a conversation as a couple, right? Weigh the pros and cons, but in the end, like, still make your own decision, right? Like,
I had that too. I had that happen. She was so excited, like
mhm,
so excited. She's like, I'll get the money, I'll da da
mhm.
da, going
Yeah.
on and on. Next day, my husband says no. She still messages me, how are you doing? How's it going? You know, so the thought is still in her mind. It's
Mhm.
I still think that someday she'll be she'll
Yeah.
be she'll be in,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely.
And
So
like, the whole reason that we post on social media is to expose the opportunities of this business to other women that were in the same situation as us, right?
yes,
So, like, the women that I'm connecting with are women that have children and are tired of working so many hours and being away from their family, right? And like,
yes,
that is who I'm reaching out to. So when I have these personal conversations with them and connect with them on these calls, and we come up with this plan, and like, they are so excited about their future, and then for it to just be their dreams just to be crushed is so heartbreaking.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
just,
It
yeah.
is for the fact that, like my mom and dad, my dad was the visionary. My
Mhm,
mom was not.
mhm,
And what's so sad about it is my mom got Alzheimer's,
mhm.
and my dad spent over $700,000, 700,000, and had long-term care
For her.
to care for my mom.
Yeah.
And just think that if he would have had that additional income from that land, how much, because it got to the point that it was very stressful for him.
Mhm,
And sometimes, and so like her vision was, we're fine.
mhm,
We're fine
mhm.
until you're not.
Exactly.
You know, like I had a six-figure job, and I walked into the office one day and they called six of us in that had 10 years or more experience and said, we're laying you off today.
Oh my
And then
god.
they said, sign this 2-year non-compete clause because we're not going to have you compete with us to get your money, your severance package.
Oh.
So in a blink of an eye,
It was gone.
my life was done. I just had a friend that got hit by a drunk driver. She's been off for 3 months. So she doesn't know when she'll get back. Like in a blink of an eye,
Your whole life can change.
your whole life is changing.
Mhm.
And like, I didn't know I was going to get divorced. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I wasn't prepared for it. I
Right.
thought I was going to be this mom and wife and everything. And in a blink of an eye, it changed. And I was a single mom struggling for years.
Mhm.
So if you have someone in your family that's a visionary, there's a purpose for that. They're seeing the what if.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm very fortunate that my husband, um, we have a good relationship, right? Like, we often discuss things, right? So like, before we got married, we kind of discussed our finances and how we were going to set that up.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of, I feel like this is more common nowadays, like when I'm talking with other women, than it used to be like 9 years ago when my husband and I first got together. But essentially, we both have our separate bank accounts that when we get our paychecks, it goes into our separate bank accounts. And then every single month, X amount of money is auto transferred into a joint account. That joint account is where all of our bills come out of. Everything is set to auto pay. It all comes out of that middle account, with extra always that is then put into a savings account. Okay. So then X amount is always put, from here into a savings. So we have our own money, but then we also have money together. So if there is something like a large purchase, whatever, pretty much anything that we're going to buy separately with their own money, we talk about it. Like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. What do you think? It's not necessarily asking for permission.
Right.
It's just having a discussion about
Right.
it. And maybe I would be like, whoa, like maybe think about that a little bit. Like, maybe think about it. Or he might say that to me or something, but it's like, no, it's your own money. As long as you have enough money every single month to put into our joint account to pay our bills,
Right.
that money is yours to do with,
And what a great husband. That's a very supportive husband.
Yeah. And like, think about it with this business, right? Like if that woman is able to take out a personal loan with her own credit score, her own earnings, take out that loan to invest in a business that literally pays for itself. You will never have to pay a penny out of your own pocket with this business.
Right.
What does it matter to him? It is her credit score, her income that's, setting this up to be able to be taken out. It is her work being put into the business. It's not his business, it's hers.
Right.
So like, I don't know. And I'm very grateful and thankful that my husband saw it that way and was like, oh yeah, like this is hers, And I think that like we live in a day and age where that should be more common than it is. And that's just me being a feminist, probably, whatever. But like,
Yeah. And that cash back that I got, I just automatically applied that to the credit card right away because I thought, you know what? That's not my money. I mean, it was my money, but it was like,
money, but
I'm going to get this baby paid off right away. I mean, so it was like, I got it. I paid it off. You could take that cash back if you wanted to and just divide it out if you have one with interest or whatever, and then just make that payment every month and take it out of that cash back. And now that it's $1,700, you even have more money to play with.
Yeah.
So it's even better.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's so many options, which is so nice.
Yeah. So what Chris is saying is this month, just for starting your business, you're getting $1,700 cash back just for starting. Okay. That will literally cover your monthly payments for 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 months. Yep. If you were to never make a sale in this business, 5 months completely covered, right? Well, 5 months into this business, you will definitely be at least making one sale, because our goal as mentors is to actually have your entire investment paid off in the first 90 days. Like, and that is our goal.
If I figured right, if you take that $1,700 and just say you make that one sale, you would be covered for like 9 months payments. I think it's like 9 months, the 2,565 plus the 1,700. I think it's like 6, maybe it's 6 months. Something like that.
I'm not mental math right now, but I'm pretty sure that you'd be covered for an entire year. I'm pretty sure with the two added together. Because if the cash back, because like I'm gonna be open and honest here right now. To open my business, my initial like monthly payments were $470 some a month. Okay. So when I started, I got, I don't know, what did I get? Like $800 cash back, or more than that, or something like that. So that literally, like, let's now pretend like the $400 is how much my monthly pay, $490, whatever, is going to be the monthly payments. I'm getting $1,700 cash back. Well, that's covering 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 4 months. 1,600 would be 400. Yeah.
There you go. And now you're going to add $2,565 more to that.
Yeah.
So for almost a whole year.
A whole year. Yeah, pretty much.
A whole year covered for just making one sale.
Yeah. And your cash.
You're telling me that in a world of billions of people, you can't find one person to make a sale to?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, you could do that without knowing anything about how to run this business. You could do that. Okay. But guess what? We have one-on-one mentorship, a whole bunch of training for you. Like, you're going to be making sales before you even know what you're doing, right? Because we help you close your sales.
And one thing, when I started this high ticket business, I was blown away, like literally blown away. So I started years ago in the affiliate marketing world, and I took a course, and it was a very good course. Don't get me wrong. But after that course, bye.
Right.
And if I needed help, I had to pay $100 an hour for them to help me.
Oh my God.
$100 an hour. So I struggled. I bought another course to try to help me buy another course. And when I seen how our training is and our blueprint is and how the leaders are there daily,
Yeah.
like literally there is so much help to get you successful that, and if you're consistent, that it's just a win-win. It really is.
Yeah, honestly. And so like when you start the business, you're given the training, there's live coaching calls every week. There's multiple that they're recorded too. So if you can't hop online, you get to see them later. We also have what we call like power hours, right? Where we teach you how to run your business successfully in 1 hour, like 1 hour a day. Obviously, if you're going to put in more than 1 hour a day, you're probably going to be more successful. But we're going to show you how to break it down in an easy way to digest. Okay.
Yes.
Then the training that you get also literally at your own pace. There's so many different ways. Like you can jump around and like watch this first and then to the next one. And like if you need to go back, you can go back. Like it's not like Chris's previous experience where she had to pay $100 an hour to get access to more help. Like, no, the access is right at your fingertips. We have group chats available where you will be talking to mentors that literally make 20, 30K a month in this business, right? That literally bring home 10K plus passively every single month. Like women that know what the F they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're there to answer your questions literally almost 24/7 because they are literally from East Coast all the way to West Coast. So like if it's midnight on the East Coast and you send a question, someone on the West Coast is still going to be awake and they're going to probably answer you. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And one thing that I think that has been I've heard this more and more from women is like, I'm not good at sales.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that so much. And I always say, you're not selling anything.
Mm-mm.
You're helping women change their lives.
Exactly.
You're building relationships with women that want something different. That's what you're doing with this business. It has nothing to do with sales. Mm-hmm. It has everything to do with changing women's lives and men. We have men now mm-hmm. that are really joining our group. Mm-hmm. And that's what so I just did a reel and I said, so instead of saying you get 2565 in your very first sale, mm-hmm. I'm really saying you're getting 2565 for changing women's lives.
I literally love that. I'm gonna steal that from you because that is so good. Because it's 100% true. Because like when we hop on a sales call, right? It's really not a sales call. It is a coaching call. Because we hop on that call with you, and what's the first thing I'm going to say? Tell me about your goals. What are your goals? Your short-term and your long-term. Okay, how fast do you want to get there? All right, now let's break down your finances. What is where are we sitting right now? And where do you want to be? Like, what is your dream number? Your freedom number to bring home every month? Okay, now how are we going to get you there? And we're going to sit down, we're going to plan it out. Okay, and then I'm going to help answer any of your questions because at this point, you've already watched the masterclass. You already learned the compensation plan. You know about the product, you know about everything, right? Like I'm just helping you answer your questions. Okay. And then at the end of that call, you decide, is it something that you want to do to change your life or is it not for you?
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like it is so much more than making a sale.
So much more. It's very, and I love Tara is one of the leaders, and I love her statement. We are here to put money in the hands of good-hearted people.
Yes.
I love that statement forever and ever. I love that statement.
Yes, because
my statement is, I wake up every morning trying to help a woman, because I focus on women, but I try to help a woman not struggle the way I did.
Mm-hmm.
That is my goal, to help as many women as possible not struggle the way I did.
Yeah.
Because it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked. There was mornings I woke up and I didn't even know how I was going to pay for milk.
Mm-hmm.
So this is life-changing. Very much so.
It really, really is, because like the women that are on, like the women that we work with daily, 95% of us are mothers. Okay. 95% of us are mothers.
Yeah.
And let's say 90% of them are working moms.
Mm-hmm.
Working moms who hardly get to see their children, who are paying up the wazoo for daycare because they can't afford to not have work, right? But then honest to God, 50% of a paycheck from no matter where you work, or maybe more than that, goes to childcare. Yeah. Like my daughter goes to preschool, right? But I have to pay for preschool because we're just above like that income level where like we don't qualify for free preschool. So like we have to pay for it. So it's like, just kicks you right in the butt. And then, everything's expensive. It's just.
It is. And I was very fortunate because I worked 2 jobs to try to make ends meet. And I was very fortunate because my kids were a little bit older and they could take care of themselves. And I never reached out for government assistance or anything because I tried to get into a government assistant apartment with my kids, and I was $1 over. $1. And it was like, I don't want any part of this. But what I forgot was the time that I missed with my kids.
Right.
And exactly. To this day, that is something that I don't want to miss my grandkids. And that is why this is so important for everybody. I just talked to a gal and she goes, I have a really good job. I have a really good life. And I didn't say it, but I wanted to say, until it isn't.
Exactly. You don't know what the future is going to hold. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Until it isn't. And I hope and pray for everyone that never comes. But it could be you losing your job. It could be your spouse getting sick. It could be your child getting sick and now you want to be with your child. It could be car accident. Now you're disabled. It could be so many things. Me losing my job when I didn't even think I was going to lose my job. Me getting a divorce, not thinking I was going to get I knew it was coming, but
Right. It's not like you financially prepped for that for years and had a bunch of money saved up for when you got divorced. No, it's like not how a person lives their life.
And this is going to age me for sure. And maybe there's some people on here that will go, oh yes, I do remember that. So in the 80s, we had a crash in the 80s. And I don't remember what caused the crash, but the stock market, everything took a total dip and people lost millions of dollars of money. And there were some people that were like lost everything because they had it all invested. And in a blink of an eye, interest rates went up to 17, 18%. Values of land was going down. It was just like utter chaos. And that's until it isn't. So exactly. That's why my dad always said, invest in the land. Like he was just always invest in the land. It's gold. So, yeah. So that's why this looked so appealing to me. And it just like went, yes, this is it, Chris. This is your land of gold.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And like when people hear the word investment, they get scared, right? They're like, oh my God, an investment. Okay, but like how much money did you drop on your car that you drive? Right? How much does your car cost? Yeah. And how many years are you paying on that?
Right. And I always look at it this way too. Your money You are handing over to someone you really don't know. And you're going, hey, invest this money for me.
Mm-hmm.
When you could take your money, invest in your own business,
Yep.
and go, hey, I'm in control of my money now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Exactly.
I invested in myself.
Mhm.
I invested in my future. I didn't depend on someone else investing this money for me to make my future, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes any sense.
No, yeah, it makes complete sense. It really does because, yeah, you are investing in yourself. So when you start this business, how you essentially get started is you buy your product, okay? Because your product is what gives you your distributor ID, all right? That enables you to sell the product, okay? So like when you like take out your investment and you buy the product, that money that you're investing doesn't come to me, doesn't come to my business, right? It goes to the product that gives you your distributor ID that now you own your own business. It's like owning a Subway franchise. That is your
Right.
franchise, okay? That is your baby that you are now in charge of. But guess what? You're not in charge of it alone because you have a whole group of women who have learned how to do this successfully and who are teaching us how to do it because like Chris said, the motto that our mentor says is she wants to put money into the hands of good-hearted people. And that is that is why they are doing it the way that they're doing it. Okay? And so like you are investing into yourself. And so like if you know that you can be consistent, coachable and put in the work, like you're going to be successful.
Yes.
So if you believe in yourself and you know that you're a hard worker and you know that like you're not going to give up when things get a little bit tough, because let's be honest, life is life, right? Everything's not always peaches and cream. But like if you can do that, you're going to be successful. And it's been proven over and over and over again in this business. So if you want the proof of it, reach out to Chris or I. Okay, reach out to us. We're going to get you over to our platform that has the masterclass, right? It's going to teach you about all the product. It's going to teach you about the compensation plan. And it literally every single day, it's blowing up. It's like a feed that you can scroll through. It's blowing up with sales that the women on our team are doing every single day. They are
And we celebrate every one of those.
every single one of those
Every one of them.
$17,000 sales being closed every single day. People bringing home 4 and 5 figure commissions every single day. And it is posted on that page for you to see. Because people don't believe us. Like they really don't. And that's why we created that so that people can see it.
Yeah.
Also, like just ask us questions too. Like seriously, just reach out and say, like, hey, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing? And we're gonna get you over to that information. Okay. We are also though gonna ask you a couple personal questions, right? Like we're gonna say, what are your goals? Like what are your goals? Long-term and short-term. Okay. What are your financial goals, right? Where do you see yourself in a couple of years with this money? You know, whatever. Because we're not just out here giving this information and like having anyone and everyone join this business. Like, no, because we want to work with people who are going to be reliable, who are good-hearted people, and who are going to be a good business partner. And like,
yeah. And we just don't want to take people's money just to say,
no.
hey, we want people who are really, really interested in starting their own business.
Yes, who
That is
actually
the
want to do it.
downright. That's why those questions are being asked.
Yeah, because it's just not for like this business in online space is not for anyone and everyone. Okay. Like, I'll be honest, I've had like 85-year-old men reach out to me and are like, I've been a businessman and I this and I that, and I think I can do this. Okay. It's social media. You had to have a neighbor kid come over and like set up the Zoom call. So like, I don't know, it didn't work for you.
Oh my gosh, Haley, that's me too.
No.
I ask my daughter all the time, well, how do I figure this out?
But you're doing great. No, like you literally are. But like,
I do have to say this as well. If someone reaches out to you and you've reached out to them and you go, hey, I want to know about this.
mm-hmm.
And someone reaches out and say, I want to know a little bit about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we care.
Mm-hmm.
We are interested in changing your life. And in order for us to do that, we really want to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we really want to change your life.
Yeah. I don't
And
want
that's
I don't want the superficial answers. I don't want like, well, it's always nice to have extra money. Kids are expensive. Yeah, I freaking know that. But like, you could also go pick up a side job, bartending or, you
yeah,
know, at Subway or whatever. But like, why do you want this business? Why is this the business? Why are you wanting to do a business online? Like, that's what I want to know.
right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So those questions are there for a reason. And those questions are, one, we care about you. Number two, are you a good fit for this business? And
Mhm.
number three, we want to change your life.
Exactly. Exactly. And like this business, as far as changing lives, is so much more than just the money aspect, right? Like
It
we
is.
put so much time and effort into helping people change their mindset, right?
Yeah.
Like 90% of owning a business and running a business is your mindset. Because if you let every little bump in the road make you go, "Meh," and every time something went well, you're up here, well, pretty soon you're going like this. And then you're in fight or flight all the time. Things aren't consistent. Like you feel like whatever. No, we literally literally help teach you how to have a good mindset,
Have more of a level life.
how to have a level mindset, how to have a level relationship with money and your business partners, like really truly show you how to run a business like a freaking millionaire. Like
Mhm.
honestly. And every single week we sit down on a face-to-face call with women who literally bring home $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Probably more. Like our team closes, isn't it 4 to 5 million a month in sales?
Mhm.
Like that is how badass our team is and the women that like started this business.
And
Like
they are dedicated every day to make us just as successful as they are.
mhm,
That's a team.
yeah.
100%. That's a team.
Mhm, mhm,
And when you have someone that's making millions of dollars a year,
mhm,
but cares about the person that just started and
mhm.
wants that person to be making millions and millions of dollars a year, that's a team. And
Yep.
that's what you want to be part of.
Exactly. Exactly. And like people are always like, "Oh, well, it's like it's an MLM, like it's a whatever, a tier thing, blah blah blah." Okay, but like let's think about something here. So the millionaires that are running our business and helping teaching little old me how to run my business successfully are teaching me in a way that like is going to get me there. Like I'm going to get there, right? Now let's compare that to my job in healthcare, right? Are the CEOs that are making millions of dollars a year, are they helping me learn how to make $1 million a year? No, no, they're not. They are cutting costs and giving us cheaper supplies, right? They are taking away our incentive pay, right? They are telling us that we can't remodel the cracked floors, right? Because like that's going to cost too much money because then they wouldn't get their bonus, right? Like what?
Yeah.
No, this is like so much better, right?
Yes.
Because they are wanting us to be as successful as them.
So I was in two MLMs when
Mm,
I was.
okay. What were they?
The first one I was in was called Excel Communications, and I sold long distance service.
Mm,
And let me tell you, that was a lot of work because you didn't make very much money because, long distance wasn't.
mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I did that for a while and it was like, I'm not making any money and I'm doing a lot of work, and I seen all these people making all this money. And it was like, because everybody you brought in,
Mm,
that's how they were making the money. So I would bring people in. Well, they would quit because they knew they weren't making any money in this long distance. And it was, so you ended up, if everybody quit, you didn't make any money.
oh my gosh.
I was also in, it was called, it was a shake that you bought
Mm-hmm.
and you could lose weight, very healthy for you. And I got as high as getting a BMW.
Oh my gosh.
I won a car. Because I got high enough for the car. However, if you lost your rank, you then had to start paying, because it was a BMW SUV. I mean, this was 20 years ago, maybe now. So if you lost your rank at all, $1, you lost that rank, you would have to start making that car payment every
Oh
month.
my God.
So this is not even close to an MLM. Not
No.
even.
Okay.
Been
So,
there, done that. And when I looked at this, the first thing I thought is, I'm not doing another MLM. That's what I said to Riley, because it's not. I promise you. And I started looking at it and go, okay, this is not an MLM.
no. Okay. So, like, you do not lose rank here. Okay.
No.
Yes, you get pay increases at certain points, at like certain amounts of sales, right? So, like, you make so many sales, yep, then you get a pay increase essentially. But, like, if you never, like, if the people that you like helped bring into the business decide that like it's not for them, they don't want to like continue with it, right? And like everyone under you leaves, or like half of them leave, whatever. That doesn't change the amount of money that you make per sale.
Right.
Like it's not going to change it. Like if you let's just say that like right now you make $3,420, okay, per your sale. Like if everyone under you quits, you're still going to make that per sale. You can still make a sale tomorrow and get that amount. Also, if you never make another, like let's say that I decided that I didn't want to run my business for a whole year. Okay. I left, I didn't do it, whatever. I come back in a year, I'm still going to make $3,420 on my next sale. Like you do not lose your rank.
And you can do this all by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't have to have anybody else.
Nope. You can go out there and make every single sale on your own, hundreds of them, and you're going to be a millionaire that way.
To make 100,000, if everybody comes in, what you recommend, it's only 25 sales.
Yeah, to make $100,000, 25 sales.
25 sales
on your own, or like yourself.
Right.
And that literally blows my mind too. Like, honestly, because that's only 25 people in a world of 1 billion people. 25 people.
And nobody, you don't have to talk to no family, no friends.
No.
We teach you how to do this without speaking a word.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
I actually just had a
when they start seeing the checks, though, let me tell you, they're going to ask you.
I know. And so like and so like I have kept my high ticket sales business so separate from like my personal life, and I know that Chris does too. Like the people that I worked with at my job at a hospital on an inpatient unit and on the ER, like maybe 2 people had like asked me like why do you only work 2 days a week? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you only here 2 days a week? And I'd be like, oh yeah, I do high ticket sales or whatever. And they like never asked me any more questions. Well, all of a sudden now, I mean, I started back in April, so almost a whole year has gone by and no one knew about it. Well, now people are like, oh wait, Haley, I saw on Facebook. Like, what are you doing? But like, that just goes to show, like, we're not knocking on friends and family's door. Like, we're not knocking on coworkers' doors being like, buy this, buy that. No. We teach you how to have people come to you and how to get outside of that bubble where you live and people that you know.
Yeah. And like my industry, if people don't know this, but we don't get paid until the main cabin door closes. So we put in a lot of hours and don't get paid a dime. So we get what do you call it? For food from the time you check in.
Yeah.
So there are flight attendants that work 100, 140 hours. That's work time. That's not the time if there's a layover or you're sitting there waiting because of mechanical issue. And I waited 8 hours one time because we were waiting for a storm. 8 hours, I didn't get paid. I sat there for 8 hours. Granted, they're after after 8 hours, you're going to get like 4-hour pay.
But that's still 8 hours. That's somebody's normal work day.
Yes. So they always say to me, how many hours do you work? And I go, I work my schedule, 3 days on, 4 days out. Well, how do you do that? And I said, I own a business on the side. Well, what do you do? Mm-hmm. And I'll say, I'll show it to you if you want to. And that's all I say.
Exactly. And so like the reason that we don't just start spilling our guts about our business is because it's going to confuse you more and you're going to have way more questions than like if we're just like, hey, like, let's just talk. Let me just like shoot you a message. We'll talk a little bit and I'll send you a video. Like way easier and simple than like me trying to explain it to you. Because I tried to explain to somebody in person one time, and the questions they were asking me, I was like, this is wasting my time, because if you just sat down and watched this 50-minute video, like it would save both of us a lot of time and a lot of like stress, because like just watch it and then I don't have to explain a million things to you, you know?
And it's so detailed in it. Everything in there is so laid out so well and so detailed step by step. And now you have the visual to go with it. And that is so important, because I could tell you and you're going to go, what?
I know.
But when you have that visual in front of you is so important.
Yeah.
Than to say, you know what? I could be on, or if someone DMs me, I could be sitting here for 4 days DMing back and forth, and you're still not going to get it until you visually see this opportunity.
Exactly. And that is why we always are like, okay, well, let's just like get you the information. Like, hold on, stop asking me questions. Like, let me just get it to you, because it's just literally wasting both of our time. Because like, for one, like you said, it's so detailed that like, no matter how well I try to explain it, it's not as well as Jess and Tara have done in that masterclass.
100%.
Like, not even close.
And what's so important when we say we want to book a call, because you're going to have questions. You are, because it is so detailed, you're going to have questions. And we always want to book the call because we want it as close to the masterclass as possible, because we want those questions fresh in your mind. And we want that masterclass to be fresh in your mind. So they both go together. And then that is the professional, and we can sit down as professionals and talk about it. It's not forcing you to do anything. We're there to answer your questions, and then you make the decision. That's what I loved about the call, because I had all these questions, and I said, okay, I want a couple days, because I'm going to see about how I'm going to do this. And it was, okay, let me know.
Yep. Exactly. And like, I think I actually still have somewhere my like original sheet of questions that I wrote to like ask on the call with Riley and Jess. Yeah, it's right here. Like my original questions numbered like 1 through, how many did I have? 1 through 10 questions. Because like I watched the masterclass and it was amazing, but like you're still going to have questions, right? And like, we want to talk with you face to face, like we said earlier, because like we want to understand you and your why. Like, why do you want to do this? What are your goals? Like, how can we help you achieve your goals? Like, that is really what it is about, building that relationship and like helping you decide if this is a right fit for you or not.
Right.
Well, Chris, it has been like almost 50 minutes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for hopping on. It was so much fun.
It was. And we tried to do this one other time, and I'm not tech savvy. Like I said, my daughter wasn't around to help me.
No, it's just fine. It's just fine. But we're going to have to get together and do this again, because it's definitely so fun.
I think we got one next week we're going to do.
We do. That's right. You're already on the schedule. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. All right. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.